Are we back, food man? Alright, bro, fuck you. This disrespect is outrageous. I'm getting real sick and tired of it. Oh shit, town hall. I know this wasn't the last time playing because I did not play. Alright, what are we doing? Getting real hungry, you mean? Bro, one of these days, bruh. One of these days. See, here's the thing, right? When I become famous, you know, when I'm big time, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna do a meet and greet, right? And I'm gonna meet you one day, bruh. We're gonna have a great time, you know, Comic-Con or wherever it may be, right? I'm gonna clothesline you. I'm going to clothesline you. Do you understand me, Liddy? I'm just making sure. These little jokes, these little ha-has you got going on, your time will come. A price will be paid. Big. Oh my god. Big jokes, huh? You thought that's so funny. You think that's so funny. It's just hilarious. You're getting too hungry. And then he puts fucking pizza in the goddamn shack. And then he puts fucking pizza in the goddamn shack. I need 4 more of these scientists, all-stars. Want more here? Actually, I'll walk them right now, and then I will. Leaving the game right now? Yo. What? Like, what did I do to deserve this kind of disrespect? Like, do I stop? You said, do I stop? I know you're not gonna stop. Who am I to tell you to stop? You know, I know you're not going to. You are a fiend, a spirit of malicious intent. I know you. You're not. A creature such as yourself does not just stop. Alright, this one should be years. It's not all stars. Yep. He said, "Oh, fucking course you're playing your game with food." That's crazy. Looking for a fridge. hate the face cam. Alright, you know... Like... What did you eat today? Everything? Like that's actually that's crazy to say. Like, am I not your favorite streamer? Let's see what this is. Okay, let's do it, yeah. Let me. Only got fucking. Ha ha. What's going on, Babs? I ate the other streamers, alright. Help, he wants to eat. Yo, I don't want to eat you, bro. I don't want to. So like me and you talked about this. Can't stop him when he's hungry. Selfish. You can't eat people for your own personal gain. He doesn't, Nadine. Don't tempt him. Alright. Oh, no. No. He's gonna eat the chat. He ate my leg the other day. He ate my leg the other day. He seasoned me. The Walking Hungry. How bad is it? He says, get nerfed, while he spams broccoli in the chat. That, nah. This nigga said healthy phobia. Alright, bruh. This nigga said healthy phobia. Healthy phobia is insane. fucking focus because I I got two people. Alright, let's see if we can get zombies this time, please. Healthy phobia, I know you have it. Of course he won. Of course. Oh my god! Yo, this shit won't give me. Alright. Doesn't like plants. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna blow my shit smooth off one of these days. Yeah. No, not at all. See, you keep ignoring. You haven't. Yep. The last thing you said was he seasoned me. That was the last thing that you said in the chat. No, look at the comments. Thank you. You know you did. Facecam would take up the screen. Alright. I'm just gonna stay in here. I'm not asking for a lot. Just give me zombies so I can hit a nasty zombies clip and I can move on with my day. I'm not asking for much. I promise you, I'm not asking for a lot. I have no remorse for it. What, I don't know what's going on. Thank you. Z7 pin. Alright, lock in. My sister? He ate her. What? No, I didn't. Stop lying. Stop lying. I didn't eat anybody. Nobody was consumed. He just forgot that he consumed her. True. Yo. Ow. Damn, he got sent to the fucking negative zone. He ate so many people to where he doesn't remember. He ate too many, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he's so hungry. Alright. We gotta be careful, he's gonna eat us. No, I'm not gonna eat anybody. What is with you guys and lying on my name? This is crazy. Like, is this where you guys just have the most fun? You guys just decide, like...
Da devastetra, mero gobrato bro.
chomp. He wants to do everybody. You know, okay. You know what? You guys want me? You guys want? Oh, okay. Alright, why not? We got all these jokes about eating people. That's me at the top of the leaderboard. He's controlling his hunger for some likes. Ate the other people to get first. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna play some fucking Chomper. Yo, what is going? Like, this shit is laced 100%. Alright, cool. Just blow those niggas up to Kingdom Come. Now we're playing Seeds of Time. Alright. Oh, Great White North Light. Stop eating for a second. Alright. It's this guy, by the way. Oh, nah, it just kicked me out. Well, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'm only gonna last you for like another hour or so before I go eat dinner. So, why did I say that? Why did I fucking say that? I have to go. There's a video that I want to react to. Oh, here we go.
I think we have one other special guest that this night wouldn't be complete without. Bring in our special guest. Drum roll, maybe. Drum. I can't see. awesome. Yep, oh, there, yeah! Give it up for Toy Bunny! I love that animatronic.
It's a really nice looking animatronic. You see those eyes on that thing?
It looks great, but I hear it sounds even better in the new room.
Oh, really? Can you give us like a little taste of the sound?
No.
Well, can I do it?
Go for it.
No.
All right, Toy Bunny. Doing its press tour right now. Taking its press photos. Amazing. Toy Bunny, you have anything to say? I love you! No, not this time. You won't get tired of my voice, will you? Awesome. And with that, I think we hand it off. I think we have...
That shit looks so good. Bro, this has been fucking blowing up. This is my reaction.
In my last video, I went through exactly what a reboot of the first FNAF game would look like if I were put in the driver's seat of the franchise. The response to that video has been overwhelmingly positive, and so I thought I'd waste no time and hop right into a sequel. You guys had a lot of thoughts regarding some of the changes and updates I made to the first game, so I tried to keep all that feedback in mind when tackling the second game. In case you missed my first of these reboot videos, I'm going to reiterate that this reboot universe that I'm making is drawing inspiration from, but not beholden to, the old lore. Any references made to classic FNAF games or books are done for fun and also to use them as building blocks for a new lore, which hopefully feels a little more cohesive as it's being planned from the very beginning. So if there's something here which is inaccurate to the original, rest assured that it's a change I'm making intentionally, and that very much applies to this game, as this one is going to be a much more severe overhaul than the first video. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the sequel to FNAF Anniversary, which I'm going to call Five Nights at Freddy's Heyday.
Good evening. We notice you're here after hours. Putting in the overtime, eh? Good for you. Afton Robotics always appreciates the hard work and dedication of its employees. It seems that you're attempting to perform maintenance on... Would you like a hand with that? Good. Glad to be of assistance. If you have followed procedure, should be waiting on the platform upstairs. Please activate the retrieval button on the maintenance console to get started. Our system does not recognize
the
animatronic you're trying to perform maintenance on. This station is only intended for maintenance pertaining to approved Afton Robotics creations. Are you sure you wish to continue? Okay, let's get started. First, please proceed with any required maintenance.
It's so weird to see the wires hanging out of his feet like this, bro.
And/or cleaning. Good job. Looks good as new. Before we send back on stage, we must ensure the animatronic is functioning as intended. To proceed, please connect your FAS remote to the maintenance console. If you do not have a FAS remote or fail to connect one in the next 10 seconds, that means you should not be here, and the authorities
It's really crazy that this whole thing is built from the ground up.
Good job. On your remote, 3 buttons should have engaged. The first is a prompt button, which will test animatronic responses to external stimuli, to ensure our latest and greatest animatronic toys remain fully operational during showtime. Between prompts, be sure to use your second button to activate your FAS remote's inbuilt flashlight and shine it directly at the animatronic's eye sensors. This will initiate a soft reset to prepare the animatronic for the next prompt. Be aware that these animatronics are considered heavy machinery. If the animatronic is not performing as expected and displays erratic or dangerous behavior, press the third button on your FAS remote to administer a controlled shock. This should promote a hard reset on all internal systems. But be careful, more than 3 resets in a single maintenance session can damage equipment. So it's best to play it safe and report any failed maintenance to your supervisor. To begin animatronic responses,
Yo, tell
please
that
choose an
fiend to
appropriate
relax.
sound prompt package from the
Tell
list
him to
provided
try
on
it.
your maintenance panel. You have chosen... Press the prompt button on your phaser mode to proceed. Please use the flashlight as
didn't say
instructed
no.
and document results
I didn't
on your
say no.
maintenance panel.
I'm saying tell her to relax.
Let's try again, shall we?
I'm
Press
live
the
to
prompt
right now.
button to cycle to the next
Trying to do
item
this real
in your
quick.
prompt package. Please use the flashlight as instructed and document results on your maintenance panel.
Oh, Freddy's moving.
Looks like that didn't have the intended response. Let's try again, shall we? Press the prompt button to cycle to the next
I've
item.
seen Withered Freddy so awesome, it's crazy.
You have used more than the advised 3 shocks. Please submit this maintenance report so you may be appropriately reprimanded. Thank you for submitting your report. Punishment will be doled out swiftly. Please clock out and return home. We probably won't be seeing you again, so just in case, thank you for your mediocre service and have a fantastic life.
Ah, maintenance minigames. This style of gameplay was first introduced to the series back in Sister Location. In that game it was Funtime Freddy's maintenance section, and it became a huge aspect of the sequel Pizzeria Simulator in the salvage minigames. If you're familiar with the latter, you'll know I'm taking heavy inspiration from that game for this one,
is it lagging?
and if you're worried about using too many of these elements too early in the series, I can assure you that if I ever get to rebooting Pizza Sim or Sister Location, I'll make sure to update those minigame sections to make sure these parts don't feel redundant. The reason I decided to use this scenario as the opening for the game is for a couple of reasons. First of all, the player is introduced to a few gameplay elements before they're required to use them in the base game, which we'll talk about those more in detail in the next few sections. And secondly, this is a tone setter for both our characters and the world. This cold, bureaucratic treatment of things that are supposed to elicit wonder and excitement in children is off-putting, especially when there's obviously a lot more going on here than we may first realize. As with the first video, more will be revealed in the lore chapter later, but for now, let's talk a bit more about this new and improved Freddy's that our reboot will take place in. In the original FNAF 2, the pizzeria was lauded as a new location much larger than the first game's map, with new state-of-the-art technology and overall an improvement in the company. So the first change that I'm making is that for story reasons, I thought it would work if the FNAF Heyday building and the FNAF Anniversary building were actually the same one, just many years apart. To make this idea work, I ended up going backwards from my Anniversary map layout to design this new building from many years earlier. Obviously, FNAF 2 is a much larger location, so I needed to keep the base of the future map and expand it outwards. So, for example, what will eventually become the security office and the prize counter was once an entryway to the pizzeria, which wraps around a serving counter in the dining hall, connected to the kitchen, which remains in place. There's also a designated employee lounge next to these spaces for floor and kitchen staff to relax on their break. The dining hall remains mostly as it was, but the main stage, which exists from an even earlier version of the pizzeria, has been cordoned off, and the new main stage is to the right of the room. Where Pirates Cove and the wraparound arcade will someday stand is actually the location of this game's security office, which looks out onto the dining hall. Parts of the building which are left unutilized in 1993.
You said, am I going to go today? Mod's gotta be hungry always. Oh, to the store? Maybe. I might go to the, I might go to the dollar store. I need to pick up some milk.
Actually expand this space into becoming a set of hallways which lead to new bathrooms, 3 party rooms, a secondary kitchen, specifically used for private parties, and the manager's office. The safe room is also yet to be cordoned off, so it's now accessible from both sides, one door to the back room and the others to the manager's hallway. Considering our restrooms are located down here now, We have this space behind the stage, which is going to be converted into the new Kids Cove and arcade spaces. Oh, and because we're going to be situated in the new security office off here to the left, we're going to be looking at the pizzeria from this perspective. Of course, we can't get a real feel for this new pizzeria without actually jumping in and seeing what it looks like for ourselves.
You're gonna eat the store. Alright.
FNAF 2's gameplay loop is one which is both reviled and revered depending on who you ask. Obviously, the original game introduced us to the 5 new animatronic threats and removed our familiar defenses from the first game. While in concept I really like the idea of bombarding the player with new threats, in execution there's very little which set each of these animatronics apart. Now, some people's approach to redesigning FNAF 2 is to give all the animatronics all unique mechanics, but I find that there are simply too many new animatronics to do that for. So instead, I thought that giving the player new defenses and stronger threats would be an interesting way to go about tackling this game's fresh cast of animatronics. But why listen to me ramble on when I could have the man himself tell you?
Okay. I'll make you a mod.
Hello? Hey, Jerry, it's Ralph. If you're hearing this, it means I've figured out this voicemail thing. You know, new renovations, new systems, and hey, new night guard. It all went smoothly today for the opening, so let's hope that continues with your shift. I'll be honest with you. Nights at this place can be pretty boring, but uneventful is exactly what we're going for. Now, apologies for this, but I gotta do the whole manager thing, you know. Hello and welcome to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike where fantasy and fun come to life. Congratulations on your new summer job as a nighttime security guard. This building has been fitted with state-of-the-art security and surveillance technology, which has been designed to assist you in defending and maintaining Fazbear Entertainment property. And yourself, obviously. They didn't write that. I'm adding that. All of these security features are accessible to you through your Afton Robotics patented Handycam unit. Our new line of animatronic performers also serve as Fazbear certified technological officiators of youth security, also known as toys. I swear they always come up with the name before the acronym. Sorry.
That's right, in this game, the toys are on our side and serve as our main defenses against the Wizards. Now, we'll discuss this full office overhaul in a minute, but for now, let's focus on how these toys work.
Our new line of toys can be directed through your Handycam unit to obstruct or distract any potential threats to Fazbear property. Yeah, there's just a bunch of technobabble after that, so I'll skip over it. Basically, Bonnie and Chica make a bunch of noise, and Freddy deals with threats head-on.
Using your camera map, you can move the toys animatronics from room to room, where each will carry out their own specific function. As Ralph mentioned, Toy Bonnie and Chica make a lot of noise, which you might be able to guess means they act as lures. Each toy has a short cooldown, which means you can't just spam them from room to room, so you have to be more strategic about their placement. Bonnie and Chica also only lure their withered counterparts, so you can't use them to completely disable all animatronics.
Over here!
We'll make sure the toys are only active when their respective wizards are out and about, so Toy Freddy won't be in use until Freddy gets up from the safe room. Speaking of Freddy,
You're my friend!
Now, you might be wondering what inspired this change, and it was honestly my rejection of FNAF 2's lack of importance in the cameras. In the original game, the puppet's music box required the player to only ever stay on that camera in later nights, and there wasn't honestly much need to know where the animatronics were. As long as you were ready to put on your mask, you could pretty much avoid each of the animatronics besides Foxy, and he's down the end of the hall, so you're almost encouraged not to go on the cameras too often. With Heyday's Toys system, the player needs to keep track of the wizards and make sure that they're managing their defenses well. They have to be ready to move Toy Freddy into Withered Freddy's paths, or to set Bonnie up nearby Withered Bonnie to make sure that he's slowed down on his way to the office. If the animatronics ever do make their way to the office, we're keeping our mask and flashlight mechanics intact from the original. From the desk-mounted console, the player can retrieve their Faz remote from the maintenance section and use the flashlight to stall animatronics that make it to the hallway. This console can also be used to charge the flashlight, as it will have a lot less battery than in the original version. In the event that the animatronics ever actually make it to the office, we can pop on an old Bonnie mask, I wonder where that came from, and wait for the animatronics to go about their business. Taking some inspiration from the unreleased dev version of FNAF 2, this mask mechanic has a timer, meaning you can't just hide in the mask forever. This also encourages the player to handle the threats before they make it to the office, as if they get too close and you have to wait for multiple animatronics to leave, you'll probably not last very long in the mask, considering it's a very musty, moldy, not made for human respiratory systems animatronic face.
I honestly doubt you'll have need for most of the security stuff. Worst I ever had to deal with on the night shift were some bored teens trying to make trouble. Ended up using a Freddy mask to blend in with the merchandise until they left. Yeah, I was never much cut out for the security office. But hey, I'm sure you'll do much better. Okay, Jerry, it's been a long day, so I'm gonna catch some shut-eye. If you need anything, just let me know by tomorrow night, and we'll sort it out. Okay, good night. Oh, and have a fantastic shift.
No.
Both the Mangle and Withered Foxy are some of the most iconic elements to come out of FNAF 2, with Foxy's light sensitivity and Mangle's mangledness. First of all, let's discuss our poor disassembled pink and white friend, Mangle. If you've seen my sister location theory video, you'll know that I proposed that this toy Foxy wasn't a toy at all, but instead a holdover from the previous location. Understand that this will be the case for my reboot timeline. This version of Foxy isn't actually a Foxy at all, but instead a new member of Freddy and Friends named Funtime the Fox.
Funtime's supposed to be more kid-friendly and able to be played with, so she's a bit more malleable. Any amount of force just causes her to pop apart. Stops them from crushing any kids that might get caught in the joints. Not that that would ever happen, of course. At least, not again.
The Mangle, technically not being a toy, isn't controlled by our camera systems. The Mangle's first function is to act as a sort of anti-toys character. When the Mangle is in a room, that camera will be glitched and full of static, just letting us catch glimpses of the twisted mess of animatronic parts. This also means that the toys cannot be sent to that room. This will lead to moments where the player wants to send Bonnie or Chica toys into these rooms, but is blocked by the Mangle. The player either then has to wait it out and hope the Withereds don't move closer, or they have to improvise an alternative strategy.
Staff was supposed to put him back together at the end of every shift, but I guess people got lazy. Obviously, we'd fix her up for the opening, but I doubt it'll be long before she's back to being... well, the staff calls it the Mangle. Names like that tend to stick. Anyway, those vents in your office are rigged with motion triggers. If anything does set off the sensors, just tap the lit up button and it should scare off whatever's scampering through. I'm told it's a pest control measure. A bit overboard if you ask me.
As the nights go on, Mangle will try and make its way through the vents toward us more frequently and will move more quickly, making it a mad dash to zap her before she makes it into the office. If the player isn't quick enough to catch him with these controlled shots, obviously, we have no toys equivalent to deal with our shy pirate friend, so instead we're going to have to deal with him in another way once he activates on night 3. In this game, the front office door from the original has been replaced with a large window. Throughout the night, the player will catch glimpses of a shadowy Foxy progressing his way through the diner area, closer and closer to the player. The player will have to be prepared to flip the switch next to the office window to turn on the main lights, which will freeze the pirate fox in place. This way, we keep our light sensitivity for Foxy intact without losing his more unique approach to attack from the original. It's also a subtle reference to the Fun with Plush Trap minigame from FNAF 4, which I always thought was quite cool. This version is definitely less punishing than that game, with a much larger window, pardon the pun, to catch Foxy in. Hitting the light switch too early will mean the player loses access to it for a short time, indicated by the power box fritzing out. Again, another pun, sorry. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, as if Foxy gets too close and we don't have the switch to shut him down,
Well, that's such a cool, like, thing, like, he pulls the
The puppet,
animatronics
one of my
out the
favorite
way,
FNAF
they
characters,
get-
and also my least favorite element of the original FNAF 2. As terrifying and intriguing as she was back in 2014, the puppet's mechanics in the original game left a lot to be desired. I think, in concept, this ever-looming threat, which is only a few ticks of the music box away from unleashing hell on the player, is really cool. But in execution, as mentioned before, the player is forced to stay on the prize corner cam if they ever want to stand a chance of surviving the later nights. This mechanic obviously can't remain in this new version of the game, at least not without some alterations. I considered leaving the puppet to only appear on Night 5, similarly to how I treated Golden Freddy in the first game, but honestly, this game is going to be our only real opportunity in the series for the puppet to act as a main antagonist against our player, so I don't want to waste her. How then am I going to handle the puppet in FNAF Heyday? Well, on Night 2, Ralph has this to say.
You may have noticed the ceiling rails around the building. Those are actually a remnant of a previous restaurant. One of the old characters used them to get around. Now, that particular animatronic was supposed to be deactivated, but the technicians always had a hard time keeping it deactivated. So instead we found a way to repurpose it to dole out prizes in the arcade. To keep it functioning though, it needs to come out of its box every now and then to glide around so its servos don't lock up, which it does at night. Yeah, look, before it was a gift giver, it was sort of a precursor to the current security bots. Thing is, it was always a bit more aggressive. Considering you're there after hours, the old programming might mistake you for an intruder. So if you ever find it approaching the office, just use the music box system on your camera feed to stall it. For some reason, the lullaby sort of neutralizes its AI for a while. So just make sure that you keep an eye on it in case it moves. It's best not to let it get to the office.
I think this system for the puppet keeps the same spirit as the old version, while making sure the player still has to use the camera systems to their full extent. The puppet is much easier to keep in place than the other animatronics, but letting it slip away from its current position will mean it's one step closer to nabbing the player. This ups the tension and means the player will be panicking more and more as the puppet's inevitable crawl towards us progresses. Now, you might be wondering, what will stop players from just keeping the camera on the puppet the same way as they did in FNAF 2? Well, not much honestly, but the point is that the rest of the camera system is equally as important. As mentioned before, the Withered still have to be monitored throughout the night, so yes, while you can sacrifice using the cameras to keep the puppet at bay, it means you're not able to deal with the other threats as efficiently. The most effective strategies require a balancing act of the cameras on all your threats, not just the puppet like in the original game. At least that's the idea. Those are all of our animatronic threats and defenses, so now let's move on to...
Hey, what about Balloon Boy?
Balloon Boy. Yeah, so in all honesty, I was really struggling to implement Balloon Boy in an interesting way for this game. My struggle was less to do with mechanics, and more so how to implement him into the world in a diegetic way which made sense. I've settled on the following, but leave ideas down below if you think there's a more interesting way for him to be utilized. So, considering FNAF 2 actually introduces us to both Balloon Boy and JJ, the latter admittedly in a smaller role, I thought we might as well give them both a purpose. We've got two balloon characters, and two doors either side of us. So in either hallway, BB and JJ are situated in slumped positions. Like the other toys, these two are actually here to help, in the most annoying way possible. Throughout the night, both characters have balloons which slowly fill with air. Side note, I know JJ isn't really balloon related in the original series, but anyway, once filled, these characters will hold onto their balloons until another animatronic enters their respective hallway, at which point... This is a warning system for players who are keeping too close of an eye on their cameras, or as a way to help out players struggling with the mechanics, or, and this is my favorite part, as a way to startle even the most locked-in players.
Okay, so the first night is never usually that bad in any of the games, so I'll play...
Once these balloons are gone, they're gone. You could potentially have a system where they replenish, but I don't want it to become a case that you just have to wait for the balloons to pop throughout the night to know where the animatronics are. Anyway, now that those little mechanics are out of the way, let's discuss how everything comes together on Night 5.
Part 6, non-canon ending.
Night 5 starts as the prior 4 have, a call from Ralph addressed to Jerry. Except this time, Ralph's not alone.
Hey, Jerry? I wanted to call and let you know that after your shift, I'll need you to pull all the day and nighttime security footage from earlier this week. I can't say much, but there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. Nothing to worry about, just routine stuff.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever, man. Hey, look, I'm really glad you called. Did someone turn on those old robots in the back?
Like the originals? I don't think so. Why, what's up?
Look, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but they're not in the back room anymore.
What?
They're moving around the place.
On their own?
Yeah, look, I don't know why or how, but the duck seemed like it was trying to get into the office and...
Chica's a chicken, Jerry. Hints in the name.
Whatever. Look, I used the new one to keep her away like you said on the voicemails, but she's still coming closer.
Hey, keep calm. Everything will be alright. I know those old ones can look a bit spooky, but there's honestly nothing to worry about. Even if they did make it to the office, they'd probably just sing you happy birthday.
I don't know, man. They're freaking me out. Oh, God. Freddy's gone. He's... Ah! Okay. Whew, he's just standing there. Ralph, I think you were right. He's kind of cute up close. Not really. Oh. Wait. What's coming out of its eyes? Ah!
Suddenly, the phone cuts off with another ringing. We answer.
Hello? Hey, sir. Hope your first week is going well. Sorry I haven't gotten a chance to call before now. Things have been a bit hectic on my end.
Ralph, I've been listening back to your calls from last week.
From last... Oh! Sorry, sir. I didn't realize they were still on the system. I thought it got wiped every week.
Evidently not. Why are you interrupting my night, Ralph?
Right. Well, pardon my asking, sir, but what on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo?
What memo?
The building is on total lockdown. This investigation has gotten really out of hand. They're saying someone might have used one of the old spring suits. You know, we have a couple in the back. And I want to say, sir, that I made it very clear that nobody's supposed to touch them. But they're saying, if someone did use one, it might have something to do with all the recent reports.
I'm aware, Ralph. I've been speaking with the police.
I doubt this is what you want to hear, but they're saying we're probably gonna have to end up closing for a while. With all the panic and the new animatronics acting up, it's probably for the best. I promise I'll handle everything best I can. But for the time being, I recommend you finish your shift and try not to touch anything. It might contaminate evidence. I'll call you in the morning and update you. Just, please don't touch anything. Okay. Good night.
Suddenly, the phone becomes garbled. The console on the desk spurs to life.
Attention, power levels unstable. The following systems are experiencing malfunctions. Music box, toys remote communication systems, Chica, Bonnie, Freddy.
The others are under my protection. Let's see how you score. With no protection at all.
The animatronic toys can't help you any longer.
Oh, okay, and then she pulls off the beak right here. Copy Twitter, post it up.
Now, I didn't just throw 3 random threats at you in the last night of the game without any extra way of dealing with them. So, throughout the night, the animatronics will one by one be reactivated for a moment, and you have to move them away from the office. Then they'll go back under the puppet's control and continue moving back towards you. All the while, we've still got the wizards approaching us, and the puppet will slowly be moving closer to the office. She's preoccupied by controlling the toys, so she's much slower than on other nights, but her advancement is clear and direct. Eventually, the puppet reaches the office by 6 a.m.
Bro, this part is so peak right here.
You shouldn't have come back.
So, obviously, this isn't the canon outcome for the game, just a what-if scenario that our player is privy to without discovering the true secrets buried deeper within this game's lore. And speaking of which... Okay, so much like the first video in this series, I want to try and keep the original spirit of FNAF 2's story intact, though as you can probably already tell, I have some much bigger changes in mind regarding this game's story. One thing eagle-eye viewers of the last video may have noticed was that in the Flashback arcade minigames, the walls of the MCI pizzeria were plastered with posters of the toy animatronics. And yet they still maintain the June 1985 date of the original series killing spree. While some thought this might be a mistake, this is actually my first major change to the lore. In this new reboot universe, the MCI still occurs in 1985, but the pizzeria is the same one as we see here in FNAF Heyday.
Okay.
Now, why did I make this change? Well, in FNAF 2 we were introduced for the first time to William Afton, or as we knew him back then, the Purple Guy. Throughout the first set of minigames, we are shown exactly how William went about committing the MCI, Charlie's murders, and, well, this treat of a minigame, Save Them. While there is still debate to this day as whether or not Save Them is depicting a second set of murders, that was most certainly the most popular interpretation of these secrets at the time. And as impactful as that game tries to make these victims, it seems that going forward, regardless of the original intent, Scott decided to leave this minigame in the dust. There are no references beyond FNAF 2 to the DCI, at least in any direct way. Sorry, Lefty DCI. So, in my reimagining, I decided to leave the DCI on the cutting room floor and merge it and the MCI together. This also gives William the opportunity to stuff the kids into their respective suits, as the Wizards aren't on stage performing, they're already slumped in the back room going unused, making them the perfect vessels for him to utilize in secret. But of course, this is only scratching the surface of the deeper narrative buried within FNAF Heyday. We've still got minigames, secret characters, and the true ending to get to, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into the lore.
The lore.
The original FNAF 2 introduced us to a slew of new, seemingly important, but very confusing secret characters. Now, I'm not going to be adding as many, or even the same, secret characters from the original FNAF 2, but following tradition, I think it'd be a shame not to include some. As we already have JJ out in the hallway, I still thought it would be fun to have a pair of white eyes which could be seen peering out from beneath the desk. And if you're unlucky enough, this could result in Dee Dee finding her way out and onto your desk console. Dee Dee blocks your charging port for the flashlight and laughs while she does it, classic Balloon Boy style. These three paper pals return from the original sporting a new color scheme hinting at earlier origins. And finally... As is true of most FNAF games, FNAF Heyday will also include a custom night accessible after beating the game. Different challenges will reward players with different unlockables, some of which will appear on this shelf in the player's office. You can see them displayed in the extras menu, or you can interact with them in-game.
Hey kids, welcome to Fall Fest. I'm Bomb Bomb Bunny, and this schoolhouse's hand up my back is a wonderful video.
In the first video, I spoke briefly about an interactable phone placed in the office. Unfortunately, there turned out to be some weird video glitch, so I didn't get to discuss it fully, so sorry about that. Anyway, in the same vein, I thought it would be cool for certain elements of this office to be interactable as well, such as the desk console. You can fiddle with these controls to change which song plays when we're using the music box.
We start? What now? Oh, no.
This will allow us to listen to audio logs found throughout the game. However, as I'm sure you can tell, we've got no tapes to play. Now, obviously in the full game you'd be able to find tapes and listen to them, but unfortunately I didn't have time while making this video to actually make any tapes to listen. Throughout the nights, the players can also locate arcade tokens. If the player collects one, at the end of the night they will be prompted to choose an arcade game to play.
Nasty.
Arcade 1, Hit and Run Dead. In this arcade, we play as a survivor of the zombie apocalypse, driving their way through the wastelands and trying to knock down as many shambling corpses as possible. As we're driving, we can drink collectible cans of energy drink to give us a speed boost, and at one point in the game, one of the broken sides on the roadway is glitchy. If we take this road, suddenly the car we're driving is a deep shade of purple, and it's nighttime.
It's funny. I'll show you. Okay, he's pulling up Freddy's Juniors.
Arcade 2, Block-Up. In this arcade, our goal is to place obstructions in the way of monstrous creatures which are crawling their way out of the ground, like Whack-A-Mole meets Tetris. We want to make sure we don't block the way out for survivors, otherwise we get stunned for a moment. However, if we decide to block 3 survivors in a row and let all the monsters out, the game glitches.
He stopped responding. He got mad. He'll definitely eat me now. I'm trying to watch the video and like react to it.
Arcade fun.
Uncle Bill?
What are you doing outside, dummy? You can go round the front.
I don't want them to put me outside again.
What about your puppet? Or does Daddy's machine not work? It's okay. Kids can be so cruel.
Uncle Bill,
Yes, Charlotte.
I'm sorry about what happened. The other kids, they say it was my fault. They said if I hadn't been such a B-word, I wouldn't have made Mike angry. And if he wasn't angry, he wouldn't have done it. But it doesn't make any sense. I didn't do anything. I was trying to help.
Yeah, bro.
It wasn't my fault.
He's talking about the bite of 83. The bite of 83.
You look like your father.
Oh, see, look
You
at that.
look like your father.
The tone change.
Uncle Bill?
Arcade 3, Dungeon Crawl. Dungeon Crawl is an isometric fantasy game where the player is a wizard who has to literally crawl through a goblin's dungeon with really low ceilings. The player must send fireballs in the direction of oncoming enemies and collect treasure.
Go.
I'm the marionette, but you can call me Mary. Please remember to treat other guests with respect. Please remember to treat other guests with respect.
Damn.
Hi there. Looks like you wandered off. Hi there. Hi there.
Murdered her and left the body out there to rot.
This is way too fun.
Arcade 4, One Nerd Army. This arcade is a classic side-scrolling beat-em-up. We play as a scrawny, pencil-pushing dork who's finally stepping up and fighting back. However, we have to be careful as we only have limited stamina, so we can't face all these threats head-on. We can use our special hide ability to blend in with our surroundings and let the thugs pass us. If we use this ability and never attack a single enemy,
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I like that transition. Party. Okay. Oh, the marionette was about to get his demo. Oh. Oh.
Hi there.
Yo, that was fucking
Please
sick.
remember to treat other guests with respect.
Stupid thing. It's me, William Afton.
Of course, I know who you are, silly.
What?
All Fazbear Entertainment staff and animated property are legally authorized to use physical force in the state of Utah for security
Get in
purposes.
here. Your stupid marionette's acting up again. Dummy. What?
Oh.
Kids can be so cruel.
Just call him dummy.
It's me.
It's secret of the fucking living.
Sweet lullaby.
That's
Charlie,
crazy.
Charlie, Charlie.
That's genuinely crazy. If that music box was not on the table, or if it didn't fall off, he would have gotten murked. Put on a t-shirt. Done for.
That was our missing link from the first game. We got to learn the truth behind the missing children, but we couldn't yet identify what made this spindly, zebra-striped monster crawling around the vents so special. But here it is, the truth of William's first murder. Obviously there are still details left up to speculation, but the bulk of what happened to Charlie before and after her death is now revealed. William's fascination with the supernatural begins with Charlie, a crime of passion that results in a decade's worth of horror. To achieve the true ending of FNAF Heyday, the player will not only have to complete the hidden arcade games we talked about before, but also play through the memories of William from the week prior to the game.
I like that.
Considering we're
Multiple
playing
endings.
as
That's
this ruthless killer, our goals, sickeningly, must align with his, and it's our job to make sure his plan comes to fruition. To start this trip through William's mind, we have to click and drag the U icon on the map to different parts of the building, the same way we do with the toys. On night 1, we have to drop ourselves to the exit.
Okay. So he's talking to the guy that first started this.
On night 2, we have to bring our icon to this small room at the end of the hall outside your office.
Hi there. You have reached the office of Ralph Burgess. Please leave a message and I'll be sure to get right back to you.
Okay, sir.
Beep.
Okay. Dear Ralph, yard. Fuck through the pipe. Yeah. Henry. Gold.
This bonus item we've just unlocked will come into play later, but for now, let's keep our focus on the rest of the memories. On night 3,
That boy
we
had
drag
that
ourselves
money
over
stacked
to
up.
the employee lounge.
Acting robotics. Make the astonishing a reality.
Why did he do that? Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Now this is menacing as all hell.
Screenlock helper engaged. Currently in animatronic mode. Please turn my bow tie. Thank you. Please insert my crank. Thank you. Please turn my crank.
Yo, that is sick.
Screenlock disengaged. Currently in soup mode. Please remove my crank. Please close up my tummy. Thank you.
So that's in suit mode.
Finally, on night 4, we drag our icon to what will eventually become the janitor's closet in FNAF Anniversary, but here, it's something else entirely.
Oh shit! Oh! Yo, this is yo, sister's location. Yo, that's tough.
With all evidence of William's crimes erased, and the blame pinned on someone else entirely, Night 5 will begin with a secret maintenance session. Throughout the week, we perform maintenance on Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. And now...
Now it's the golden dude, boy.
Good evening. We notice you're here after hours. Putting in the overtime, eh? Good for you. Afton Robotics always appreciates the hard work and dedication of its employees. It seems that you're attempting to perform maintenance on there, or would you like a hand with that? Good.
Go.
Glad to be of assistance. If
Golden
you follow procedure,
Withered
they'll
Freddy.
be waiting on the platform upstairs. Please activate the retrieval button on the maintenance console to get started. Uh-oh. It appears our system does not recognize the animatronic you're trying to perform maintenance on. This station is only intended for maintenance pertaining to approved Afton Robotics creations. Are you sure you wish to continue?
Are you sure you wish to continue?
Okay, let's get started. First, please proceed with any required maintenance and/or cleaning.
Damn,
Good job.
He really
looks good.
You know, I will say this. I always thought like, you know, he was just Golden Freddy because he was yellow. Nah, that boy is gold. He's gold.
Good job. Let's try try again, shall we? Press the prompt button to cycle to the next item in your prompt package. Please use the flashlight as instructed and document results on your maintenance panel. Seems like this animatronic isn't responding to your prompts. Whatever means you've performed has either been unsuccessful or has damaged the animatronic further. Please report this failed maintenance to your supervisor so that a more competent employee may rectify it. It appears you're trying to delete the contents of this maintenance session. Please confirm with your personal access code.
Uh-oh. You better put...
Thank you.
After completing this maintenance session, Night 5 finally begins, with a small wristband sitting on the desk, along with a note.
He said, Henry Emily.
Everything is now in place, and William's plan can finally come to fruition. Night 5 goes about the same as it does in the base game, with the puppet controlling the toys making their way toward the office. The night comes to an end with the puppet appearing in the office, but in this version of events, William is ready.
Oh shit. He had that motherfucking shit on him. Hold on. Go back. He said, let me put... Look at this ice on my wrist. Ben 10 type shit. Wizard Freddy looking at me like... What are you doing? You shouldn't be here. Oh! You must be lost!
Uh-oh. Fun time's falling apart again. Want to help put her back together?
It's peak, it's peak, it's peak. Bro, the idea that fucking Toy Bonnie. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. The idea that 6'7", bro, the idea that Toy Bonnie's like, alright, you shouldn't be here.
You must be lost. Uh-oh. Fun time's falling apart again. Want to help put her back together?
Bro. The ending, smooth shit. But alright. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's case stream. I gotta start streaming more. A whole lot more. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If y'all did, like, comment, share, subscribe. Notification bell for all that. The good stuff. I will be dropping a video tomorrow. So keep your eyes peeled for that one there. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.